When we first started tithing, and we did what we've heard is tipping. We would put in the offering plate or tithe as much as we felt comfortable with. Sometimes I'd do like $10, $5, $20.
There were times we would quote unquote tithe, but it would last a short while before, we were, oh, well, that can go to a bill. We just don't have it to tithe,
We tithed our 10% if we knew everything else was taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't think we fully relied on God that we would be taken care of. It was a big control issue. And I think when we first started tithing and we didn't see a return, we got a little discouraged. So it was...
Yeah, we were really discouraged.
It was a little bit, why tithe if nothing's going to come back to us?
Right.
Which is absolutely the wrong
thought
process. But, it wasn't until Ethan told us that you're not always going to see a return, but you will feel a peace about it.
Yeah. I think he put it like it's almost like God's insurance, and who better than to be insured with than God? And ever since then, we have, we've been tithing. It was like that's just what we needed to hear at that moment.
To pay back to our taxes when we got them done, and after the gentleman who did our taxes went over everything, just the look on his face, I knew deep down inside we were going to have to owe money to the state, federal, whatever, and we didn't have it. It was going to basically, in my mind, it was going to break us. After praying a lot about it and trying our best to give it to God, I was still wrestling with the fact that I want to give it to God. I want His blessing on this, but in the back of my mind, there's no feasible way that we are not going to have to pay in the taxes. We don't have it. There's just no way we can do it. One night, Jess received a phone call from the gentleman that did our taxes, and as soon as she said his name, my heart sunk. I immediately started thinking, here it comes. We're going to drown in debt. There's no way we can bounce back from this. We're going to owe thousands of dollars in the taxes. There's no way we can do this. Even though we had prayed about it, my mind was a spiritual battlefield. The next thing I heard from Jess is, "Are you serious?" And I couldn't tell the tone of voice, whether it was a good "Are you serious?" or it was a bad "Are you serious?" And as soon as I heard that, I just started going. It put me further into the warfare of, we're done. We can't do this. We can't do this. Well, then I heard her say, "Yes, we'll be here tomorrow. We can sign everything." She got off the phone. I asked her point blank, "How much do we owe?" She looked at me, and a big, huge smile came on her face, and she said, "We're getting back $650. I dropped, it's like I had no legs. I dropped immediately to my knees and just started thanking God, because there's no feasible way with our taxes this year that we should have gotten anything back. When you are living in obedience to God, there's nothing that He can't do for you. Do it. Just do it.
Just go ahead and...
As long as you are being faithful and obedient to God,
Yeah.
there's literally, and He even says in His Word, there's nothing you can't do when He's on your side.
Test me.
If you're thinking about it and you're on the brink, it is a step of faith. It is nerve-wracking because you are stepping out in faith and you are trusting God to handle it.
But you'll experience a peace. And it might not be right away, but you'll experience it over time. And, you'll learn to be content with what you have.
And you may not realize it as you're going through it, but as we look back, there's so much that He has done for us.
Yeah.
Anytime we've needed it, He has provided it, whether it's money, a house, whatever we've needed, He has provided for us because we have been obedient.
And it will be exciting to see where we are in 10, 15 years, even the next 5 years.
Step out in faith. Just do it. Just do it.